What is going on, you average gamers? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. In this video, we're going to discuss what armor sets are the best to use in the 2018's God of War. Really hope that you stick around. The reason why you should stick around is because I got you covered when it comes to this game. I had put an unhealthy amount of time into this game, and I got all different types of playstyles and methods for you. So stick around, I got you covered. As always, I love y'all, and y'all stay smooth. Before we hop right into this video, I do gotta say that I understand that when it comes to this game, that some people have their opinions about it. Now again, everything I have is more that, which is an opinion and recommendations for you guys to try this to put life into this game again. I also uploaded a combat encounters. Highly recommend to go check those out. They're all on Give Me God of War difficulties. It's like a 10-part series, all like 10 or 15-minute long videos, but they're just the encounters that you encounter, right, throughout the story. And what's unique about it is in each episode or each part, I end up changing not only the runic attacks, but I believe also the armor sets. So not only is it entertaining, it's educational because you get to learn and watch what armor set is useful in different scenarios. With all that out of the way, we can hop right into this video. And the very first armor set I have for you for the quote-unquote best armor in the game is the Sindri set. And before you guys sit there and call me crazy, let me explain. So what this armor does is you have a moderate chance of getting a protective barrier anytime you use a runic attack. Now with increased luck, that only amplifies that effect, that chance of happening, right? So with more luck, the more barriers you're going to get with each runic attack. So you basically become this invincible god. Long story short, with the right timing, you could avoid and mitigate all damage down to zero just by using a runic attack. That's amazing. Also, this works in general, but you get the protective barrier for this, and it pops up with this armor set. Okay, this is awesome. I don't know if it's a glitch or whatever, if it was intended, but when you have your fists out, right, and you change stances with your shield being pulled out, and then you press R2 to do that kind of lunge, right, you're invincible. That counts as some sort of runic attack almost every single time. Okay, so there's a little trick for you. Also, can we talk about how amazing this armor looks? Now, I understand that there's a lot of great armor in this game that looks amazing, but the white and gold, the dragon scales, the little bit of red from, from the waist. I understand that's not every armor, but the white and gold amplifies that in my opinion with the red tattoo. Ah, it's so good. Right after that, we have the Zeus armor. Now, a lot of people might argue stating that this is the greatest armor in the game, and they're not wrong. The fact that you're able to dispose of enemies literally in a blink of an eye cannot go unnoticed. But you also go down more, especially if you don't have that time played or you practice to learn the timings and the move sets and all that. You're gonna struggle a little bit. But it's also fun just, pressing R1 twice or three times and just getting rid of everything in front of you. It's a good feeling. At number three, we have what I think is the most popular armor in the game. It's the Valkyrie set. Okay. Also, people may believe that this is the greatest armor in the game. I don't believe that. The only reason I would think that it's the greatest armor in the game is the fact that you're able to sell the armor sets for enchantments. Okay, so you're able to sell the perk for each individual armor, so the chest piece, the gauntlets, and the waist guard, and get the enchantments for them. This armor has a unique kind of hack and slash and don't stop type of playstyle to it, but unlike the first armor, you do mitigate some damage, but not all of it. So you're taking small amounts of damage over time, and if you're not paying attention, if you're not careful, the next thing you know, you're blinking red and you're about to go down. At number four, we have the God of War armor. At first, I thought this was some sort of gimmick armor, right? And I also thought luck was kind of a dumb stat. But in my opinion, again, luck is the single-handedly the most overpowered thing in the game. So the way luck works is anytime that you see something say a chance of this happening, luck amplifies that chance. Okay, so What really makes this armor set overpowered, and I'm talking about overpowered.
Come
Just
on
give me
in, then.
1 second.
So much for peace and quiet.
You get the axe pommel, Suitor's grip of flame, and you put this bad boy on. Practically every single hit that you hit on an enemy, you will
Hey,
get that
nobody
fiery
threatens
effect,
you.
right? And your attacks can't get interrupted because you will interrupt the enemy's attacks most of the time for the smaller enemies. So you're just constantly spamming your R1 and don't have to worry about a thing. Plus, anytime that you pick up a health stone or a rage stone, you get that protective barrier for a few seconds, just like in that first armor set. Okay, but you would have to find the stones to do that, which don't really even matter. Like I said, the cons to this armor is the cooldowns. Okay, the cooldown does take a minute, so it's
Let me
not like
guess.
you
Something I can build with?
interrupt me
How'd I
again, boy.
go?
So it's not like it's something you can just spam and get out of trouble with. Okay, um, but this armor is extremely fun to use. If it's something you haven't used, do it on your next playthrough. Okay, because you will have a blast doing it. It is very, very good. So last but certainly not least, we have the Brok armor set. Now, the reason I have this at number 5 is because it takes a little bit of more careful playing than I feel like the other ones do. You also need to have a little bit of a better understanding of the game to really have this armor used to its full potential. Now, what I mean by that is like understanding the stun animations and the finishing animations, and also you need to balance your rage meter, which that requires paying attention, which is why it's at number 5. Again, it's not terrible or worse than all the other ones. It just requires just more practice, pretty much. Now remember, this list is based off of what I think is the easiest to use. Now, anyone can make an argument saying that, hey, this armor is better. Like, for example, if you use any of the Suitor Trial armor, okay, like the fiery one that you get from Muspelheim, those armor sets are all really good, okay? But again, they require a specific kind of way to play the game, if that makes any sense at all. The armor sets that I'm showing you not only look amazing, okay, but they also will help you play the game, okay? Then you can also play them in any way that you kind of want. If you enjoyed the video, a like would mean an absolute ton. As always, I love y'all, and I hope you all stay smooth. So real quick, I'm gonna go over the enchantments. No, you don't have to have them in this order or any specific order, and you can even substitute some of them if you're not a fan of them. But these are the ones that I use. At number 1, it's Realm Shift. I'm also not gonna bother messing up the name of the enchantment. You can just read it yourself, okay? But I will read the description. Again, in the first slot, the Realm Shift, a last second dodge that activates Realm Shift, temporarily slowing down surrounding enemies. The next slot, we have another Realm Shift, a very low perk activation chance to temporarily slow down nearby enemies when damage is taken. After that, the Protection of the Traveler, slowly regenerate a protective barrier that absorbs a single attack. I also do believe that these kind of combo together, that this will activate even if your barrier gets broken and you don't take any damage, and I think it still counts as a hit, but the damage is just mitigated to 0. So I think that this has a chance of activating with this, which is pretty cool. Moving on, we have the Protection of the Valkyrie. Here we go with the Valkyrie armor. Like I said, you're gonna see some of this. I'm not sure if I have all 3 of them in my armor sets, but anyway, Protection of the Valkyrie. Very low perk activation chance on any successful weapon hit to grant Protection of the Valkyrie, granting 50% resistance to all status effects and possibility of being staggered by enemy attacks. So you kind of just go, 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 and if you get hit, you won't get staggered and you can keep going, potentially. After that, we have the Fortune Strike. Moderate perk activation chance to grant a short boost to Runic Strength for defense on any successful hit. After that, the Arcane Runic. Moderate perk activation chance to grant a blessing of Runic when using a Runic attack. Down the line, we got the Destroyer's Health Burst. Very high perk activation chance to grant a health burst on any successful Runic attack kill. After that, we have Tear Shard, which I believe that there's another Tear Shard somewhere. Right here. So probably use this one. It's the exact same thing, but this has a perk that goes with it. So low perk activation chance to grant a short boost to strength, defense, and runic, but this just increases stats all around. Really good. Again, you have that luck, which I highly recommend. After that, we have the perfect elemental shielding, 85% resistance against frost, burn, and poison attacks. So this is just more, again, just in case you do get hit, you take less damage, especially less damage over time. After that, we have the enduring frost blessing. So greatly increase the duration of blessing of the frost runic attack, which is, again, in my opinion, the best runic attack in the game. All right. Then we have aura of weakness, which any enemy that's within 15 meters of you are just weakened, so they're just taking more damage just by being next to you. That's awesome. And then this is where I think you can kind of replace this last one with anything, but I like throwing the axe. So what this does, it just increases the damage of all axe throws by 6%. Also, I use the Talisman of the Realms. I don't really use anything else. I'm not saying they're not good, but that 5 seconds of slowdown time is a breath of fresh air. I literally loaded into the game to get a gameplay for you guys. This is on my very first attempt, so it's not gonna be like super snazzy. You know, it's not bad gameplay. You know, I still think it's worth a watch, but it's supposed to showcase why I think this armor is as good as I say it is. As always, I love each and every single one of you. I hope you guys continue to have a fantastic day, and I also hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can show your support by liking it. That would mean an absolute ton. And I also hope that I get to see you in my future. Stay smooth.
My runic attack to get that cool little light of Alfheim effect. I should have saved that, but it's alright. We'll manage.
Hello? Come.
And for this, it's pretty easy. This is where you just use the realms. I'm about to choke this. Speed it up. Just like that. Pretty easy.